Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, elites, or should I say, B-elites. Anybody remember that? If you remember that, you're a real one. Welcome back to the Minecraft Guide, episode number 48. So, we have not a second to spare. I'm going to talk fast in the intro today. It's not the coffee, or maybe it's the coffee. I've been AFK fishing in between episodes. This is the brand new shiny fishing rod. I do have some other ones over here. I want to combine these two, so I have Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3, all on one fishing rod, but haven't got the chance to get around to that yet. I did have a really good one with Lure 3 on Breaking 3, Luck of the Sea 3, no mending though, but I broke it. This is the loot down here. This book is my favorite book, Efficiency 4. We're going to definitely combine that with one of our pickaxes and get Efficiency 5 eventually, but today, that is not the plan. There's more loot over here, and then even more loot in here. Doing pretty noise, if I do say so myself. Now, the other thing that is doing pretty big brain, big good, is this thing over here. Would you take a look at this beautiful chest? It's half empty, right? Well, that's because, obviously, this was the original chest. Look at all that beautiful iron. I have never seen so much iron, like, ever in my life. This is an amazing, amazing thing. We're going to go ahead and convert all of these over into block form, just to see what we have, and then move everything over to, actually, our storage building. All of the excess iron does not need to be left out in this field over here. It would probably be a lot more useful to me if I could grab it from the storage room. So let's go ahead and give ourselves maybe 5 blocks back so we have some iron to keep. And then the grand total of iron blocks is 1 stack, 2 stack, 3 stacks, 4 stacks, and a little bit more stacks. That's really, really good. That is definitely a lot of iron. So, it's episode number 48. I said it already. Almost slipped up. You tried to catch me slipping up. It's episode number 48. That means we have 2 episodes until episode 50. Episode 50 is definitely going to be a world tour. So I like to try and wrap things up before we do world tours. I don't really like being in the middle of a project. 2 episodes is just enough time for us to actually take on this next big project and get it completely finished, just in time for the world tour. Today, we're going to go ahead and take on a zombie farm, actually. You guys remember those zombie spawners we found a while back? Zombie spawner number 1 right here inside of this cave system, and then I did a little bit of digging, a little bit of staircasing, and found that zombie spawner number 2, this one right here, is almost directly below the first one. That's kind of crazy. Today, we are definitely going to combine those 2 zombie spawners into one, kind of, in a way, and make a double zombie spawner experience farm. This thing is going to get us a lot of rotten flesh, which is going to be very, 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 very good. Now, to start this build today, we need to do a little bit of digging. To make a zombie spawner into a zombie spawner experience farm, first we need to dig a room that is 9 by 9, so 4 blocks out from the spawner in each and every direction. This treasure is also going to have to get out of here. Now, I did do a little bit of preparation, and by a little, I mean I put this and this right here, and then way earlier on, we put the water sources over there. So we're going to go ahead and just throw all of the random stuff that we pick up in today's episode over here, and then the material chest will be right over here. If you're trying to build some sort of zombie experience farm of your own, you are going to need to get your hands on a small handful of things. First, you'll need a lot of signs. Next, you'll need some ice. You will also need 1 block of soul sand. Now, we have 2 because we're going to do this twice. Then, finally, you'll need water buckets. You'll also need a decent pickaxe because there'll be a lot of digging required to build this thing. But that's all pretty easy. Now, to get water sources in faster, you might want to have your hands on some kelp as well. How much kelp? About a stack should be fine. 41, that'll hopefully cut it. If it doesn't, well, we'll just do the old-fashioned way. But first off, start by digging a 9 by 9 room. This room should probably end up being however tall it is currently. If you have something like 3 blocks above your spawner, that's absolutely fine. Now we're going to go ahead and actually, no. We're going to, well, the stone cutter doesn't make a difference with slabs, so we're going to make some mossy cobblestone slabs because they are beautiful looking. I mean, would you take a look at that? That spawner, I mean, I cannot say it. Just know that I like that spawner. It looks good. So we'll go ahead and put a slab on top of our spawner to stop zombies from idling around on top of the spawner. In Minecraft, all mob spawners, so not just the zombie, have this interesting mechanic. If we want our mob spawner to continue to spawn mobs, we need to move the mobs that spawn from it away. So basically, pretend I was a zombie. If I was a zombie and I just spawned from the spawner and I'm just standing around right here, the spawner will actually stop spawning zombies. For the spawner to continue to spawn zombies, we need to get the zombies to spawn from it out of the detection radius. Oi, buddy. No, I don't want to stand with you. No. Yeah, while you're doing this, make sure you keep things nice and bright. If the light level gets dark, the mobs will start to spawn. So use lots of torches. But anyways, if there's a zombie near the mob spawner, it will stop spawning zombies. So we need to move the mobs out of that detection box and away somewhere to basically be, farmed. Yeah, we're gonna farm this. We'll put it that way today. We will be farming the zombies. Now, moving them out of this detection box is actually pretty easy. We can basically drop them down into water like we did on our poisonous spider farm and then move them away. So we'll go ahead and go, let's go 4 blocks down here on this build. That will be definitely more than enough. But while digging this room out, we definitely need to consider which way we're planning on moving the zombies. Right now it doesn't really matter, but in the next step it definitely will matter. So we came from the staircase over there, but the base is technically that way. That means I think I'd like to move the zombies... I think I'd like to move the zombies from this spawner towards this big room, and then we'll move them over this way and drop them over there. Also, what's up with the lava? Where is the lava? Is it over here? Because I really don't like the look of this stuff, and I don't like the sounds of the lava. Seems to be just entirely missing. We're just gonna have to be careful. If you hear lava, yeah, you better be careful. And also, if you're setting up a zombie spawner farm or any kind of spawner farm, definitely light the cave up first, because if a creeper blows this thing up, it's gone forever. You also cannot move these spawners, so don't try and break them like with a Zotouch pickaxe. If you do that, you're gonna get experience, and yeah, that's just not worth it. If you put a little bit of work in or set up a farm based around the spawner, you can get a lot more experience than you'll get from breaking it one time. Never, ever, like ever break a spawner in Minecraft. Just don't do it. It's like the worst thing that you could do. Now, before we move on to the next step, you already know who it is. We have some problems with this room. The problems is this stuff right here. I don't know if we're ever going to see in it, but this is problematic. We're going to go ahead and replace all of these nasty blocks. So this stuff right here, and then also the granite as well. Granite's cool though, with stone brick, just to make the room look a little bit fancier. I'm not going to go too crazy this time around because I really genuinely don't know if I'll actually be doing anything inside of this room. So this will do. We'll go ahead and just replace all of that with this floor as well, the ceiling too. Got to get rid of all of that stuff. Aha, there you are. The lava is right behind this wall. So we're going to go ahead and jump over here. And you, lava, you are going to just go away forever because you scare me a little bit. Goodbye, lava. And hello, torches. Much safer. And where are the zombies? Oh, you're down there, buddy. You remember that lava? Well, the same thing's going to happen to the zombie. It's not much, but it's honest work. This room looks so much better. Just a little bit of stone bricks and our life is changed. Now, normally, of course, we would go with the mossy stone bricks as well, but this room is not very important to us today. Sorry to say. So we have this 9x9 room. One of the reasons we do a 9x9 room is this right here. If we put water at the back of this room, it's going to flow all the way to the front, except not actually. It's going to skip one block. That one block is right here. So that's going to work in each and every direction because we have a square. We can put the water over there. Same deal. Now, we're planning on moving our zombies this way. So that means we're going to actually want to put the water over here to move them into a stream that'll be over here. And then this stream, the one down here, will actually move the zombies over in this direction. So basically, after you've finished your room up and made it look all nice, think about where you want your zombies to go. Like I said, we're moving our zombies over there, so that means we need a trench on one side of the room going over towards wherever we're trying to move them. When you dig this trench, to start, go 1 block down and go 3 blocks into the wall. How high should you go? Well, I like to go 4, but you could maybe get away with 3. Definitely, probably not 2 though. That might be a little too short. We don't want this thing over here to get clogged up. Now, eventually, we'll be putting water back at this corner, but the water, unfortunately, is not going to reach all the way. So I recommend putting some water down, and then somewhere in here, digging down a little bit more, and digging all the way over, again, 3 blocks past your room, just like that. Then we can actually take the water out and make sure this trench, I'm a little afraid of this trench, so we're gonna go ahead and make it look nice too. So again, it's not much, but it works, it looks good. Now, way at the back of this area over here, you're going to want a soul sand block eventually. In front of that soul sand, I like to do 2 blocks of ice, just like that. Now, we could also put a little bit of ice in here too, not that it'll help necessarily, but we have a lot of extra ice, so we'll do 2 blocks right there, right before our drop too. So now the water will go in here, and it'll go like that, and then drop down and go right over to the soul sand. That is perfect. But the soul sand will be turned into a bubble column elevator, so we can't actually have the water spilling into there, because if we put water right above the soul sand, it'll basically spill backwards into this area, and that'll be a problem. See, water right there, and big problem. If I was a zombie, I'd be dropped right into here. I'd be moving over this way slowly, but then I'd hit this block right here and just stand. That's bad. Now, to stop that from happening, easy. We can put a sign right there, and then we have an opening area, and the water won't actually spill back this way, because signs they're basically amazing. Now, we definitely want our zombie farming experience to be enjoyable and simple. To make things a whole lot easier, we can actually raise the zombies up with this elevator right here and then drop them right back down so they're on a 1 hit. If they're on a 1 hit, our sword is going to take less durability, and obviously, it's going to take less time to remove them. I definitely like the sounds of that. So, that means this bubble column elevator is going to need to go up pretty high. But unfortunately, with how we're setting up our bubble column elevator, water will still spill backwards into here. We need water sources going all the way up as far as we need to move the zombies up. So that means we're going to need a whole line of signs. Now, the reason that we can't make this a 1x1 area instead and basically skip all the signs, so just put a bunch of blocks here, is because the zombies actually won't always necessarily make it all the way into the bubble column. They might just be partially in and then moved up like this, right in between 2 blocks. If that is the case, and we actually have blocks over here, then if we were the zombie, we'd be stuck right there. That's definitely a big problem. So basically, when we're done with everything, we'll have a 2-wide elevator. On one side will be the water, the other side will be a bunch of signs. It'll get expensive, but it's also not that big of a deal. Now, we actually can't do anything more to this farm until we actually figure out where our zombie farming room is going to be. I do know that it'll be somewhere over here in this area, but the thing that we need to take into account this time around is the other spawner as well. So the other spawner, thankfully, is pretty much like straight below that one, but it's straight below it a little bit of a ways. So what we're going to need to do is basically start digging a lot and then connect up to the other zombie spawner and make sure both of them are activated. You see right here? That's not active. That's a problem. So that would be too far. Interesting. So let's say let's put a mossy slab right here. Let's say we're right here. Now, let me find the other one. Aha, there we are. Okay, so this one is a little farther away than I thought. We're gonna have to actually open this up quite a bit to be able to see what's going on too. So we have a spawner right there. Now let's say oh man this is gonna be pretty far. We're gonna definitely have to move our room down quite a bit. Let's say we were maybe, if we're over here, is that still active? I think it is. Yeah, that's definitely still active. So right here, is our top one going to be active? Let's see. The block is marked by the iron. There's no really good, easy way to do this. Let's just, I guess, dig straight down in a 2-block area, like maybe right here, so we can see the spawner. If we go down like this, are we active? This is like impossible. This is very, very difficult. Aha, I guess I've never made polished granite before. Interesting. This block seems to be the last one that I can be on for that to be active, so there's that. Now I need to just dig back up and see if the other spawner is active. Aha, okay, so we're active over there, but we're not active there. But if we go higher up, still not active. Okay, but let's go one more. Active there, good, and active right there. So it looks like our room will be based on this level right here. What if we go one more though? We're definitely going to be active up there, but how about down here? Are we Oh, we're still good. Okay. Okay, well, I think this one might be better. If we go back 1 block, would we be active? Okay, no, we're not. But what about down here? If we go back 1 over here, no, we're not as well. Okay, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll do our floor right here. So that means I have a lot of digging to do. I need to go ahead and basically clear this room out now, and then we can come back and talk about the other elevator. Also, in this time, I think I'm going to go ahead and pretty much copy everything that we've done so far down there as well. I might also come back and put well, you know what, maybe not, but yeah, I basically need to copy everything that we did up there down there too. But for this one, we'll move the zombies over that way, because I'd like to have 2 separate areas in this room where I can farm the zombies from. So a little bit of work to do. Should be pretty easy though. Okay, so to be clear, this room is still being worked on, definitely, absolutely, but I think I know what's going on here. So we'll have one of our zombie spawners supply zombies to this spot right here, and then the other one to this spot right here. This marks the active area, so not active over here. That one is though, but as soon as we cross that block, that's active, and this is active. So we kind of have some control on this farm. If we're over on this side, only the top one will be active, and then once we move over here, we have them both active. I kind of really like that. Now we have a little bit of a problem to solve. So this block right here, this is that, -4, 22, 25, -43. That is our goal. Now this spawner is pretty far away, so basically we need to move the zombies over towards that, but not exactly. We need them to be within a couple blocks of that spot. So if we put the water right here, this will flow and then go all the way over to, actually, wow. We actually might not have any problems to solve. You see, I was thinking we were going to have to make that a lot farther, but -4, oh yeah, we do. We definitely do. Okay, so this water wouldn't really reach all the way over to where we needed to easily. So we can basically repeat this whole thing again. We can make it drop down again, and the water will continue. That is definitely the plan here. Now, normally, on a normal zombie farm build, you wouldn't really have to do this, but we're working with 2 different spawners here, so that's why we kind of have to do this. Now, this area needs to go, like, 4 blocks in front of this spot, or actually 2. If we could get this to -444, we would be good here. Now, I would like to mention, though, the last step where I was, you know, digging like crazy, you could really just do the math. The spawners will be active when you're within 16 blocks of them. So 16 from there, and then I could have done 16 from the other one and found a spot instead of digging around. Just to be clear, 16 is your magic number. So ice right here, and then this is gonna have to go and be at least 3 blocks tall. We'll go ahead and do 4 just to be safe though. That'll be good. Then more ice over here. Not that the ice is really going to help. Ice doesn't really help with mobs, it helps with items, but we'll put them there anyways. So now if we grab our water, it should go all the way down that way, except for the soul sand. If we put oh wow, that's actually perfect. Can we move this 1 block forward? No, we cannot. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go with that. That is perfect. Unless, can we move that? Okay, we can move that forward 1, which I just like the sound of a little bit more. That looks good. So, unfortunately, it is time for more math, elites. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it, but we have to do it. So, now let's go ahead and talk about moving the zombies that are going to be supplied from this spawner down over into the room. Now, earlier on, I mentioned something about dropping the zombies down to pretty much a 1-hit kill. I still definitely like that. To do that, we need a little bit of math. So the math that we need is this right here, goal 2. So the goal block that we'll be dropping our zombies onto is -442, 25, -49. Now, to drop our zombies down to a 1-hit kill, we'll need to drop them about 21 blocks. Technically, 24 is an insta-kill, but 23 isn't, I believe. But I like to go ahead and add a little bit of comfort room, so I don't have any zombies that end up falling and just dying on spot, in case they take damage somewhere along the way. So long story short, 25 is our goal. We need to add 21 to that number, which is 46, which means our elevator needs to go up to 46 from this spot right here. Then we'll move it over 2 blocks to get over to the -442, and then we just let the zombies fall. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Now, doing the elevator can be a little tricky. I recommend putting a water source right here and actually swapping this out for dirt. Boom, we have something like that. So water source right there, dirt block right here. Now grab a water bucket, place it as high up as you'd like, swim up it, and grab signs. And basically do this all the way up. If you're fast, you can grab the water and place it higher up and basically keep moving all the way up to wherever you need to go. Now on this one, we actually don't need to go very high up, which is really, really nice. The water source down there where the ice was is a safety precaution. If you fall out of this thing and you don't have good armor and you're really high up, well, that'll be the end of you. That will be a big, big problem. But here we are at 46. So now we need to go ahead and move over 2 blocks, I think, right here. Yep, negative 442, and I will actually need that sign back. Did I get it? Yes, I did. Okay, so the signs go up, the water goes up right here, but actually right here, we dug down 1 block so the water will flow over towards our dropping area. If we put a torch in here, you can see that a whole lot better. I recommend doing the ceiling in this area like 3 blocks high. That should be good. There won't be any clog ups here, and then this digs straight down, all the way down to our landing block. Now, hopefully there's not going to be any lava in here. I don't think there will be. I haven't heard any, but I guess we will technically find out. No, we're good. So this elevator is almost all the way done. We need to do one more thing. That final thing has to do with the kelp that we brought here. So currently, even though this all is water, this all isn't a water source. To turn everything into water sources, grab some kelp, swim up the thing, and place kelp on each and every block all the way up to the top. So you have something like that. After that, go ahead and fall down this thing, get rid of the kelp. The kelp will fall down to you or be moved up. Then you can go ahead and swap that dirt for the soul sand, move back out of it, and make sure you get an ice block right back in there. The bubble column should activate. You can test it by throwing something in it. If it goes all the way up really quickly, then you're good. Now, be careful. You probably won't want to fall into that thing because it goes up very, very high. If you fall into it and then you fall down, you might have some big problems. Now, finally, the last step is getting water all the way along the backside of this room. The backside is the side that is opposite that front trench. You'll also need water in that front trench, but we still have our water in there, so I don't really have to worry about that. So, we'll go ahead and spread a bunch of water in back here. Then we need to knock the torches out and get out of here. So, torch, you go away. Okay, hey, buddy, you're gonna go just right over there. I'll see you later. Torch right there, torch right there, torch over here, torch there. And then I think that's it. So let's go ahead and climb out of here. Sorry, buddy, you're gonna be going away now. Get rid of that. Yep, looks all good. So we can go ahead and actually close this room off, and this thing will now be active, which means for the rest of the episode, we're gonna have zombie noises in the background. Very nice. Now, the zombies that spawn while you're in that room are going to have trouble. They'll still be trying to kind of lock onto you, or at least they might be. So you might have to just be a little bit patient. But if we go over here, we have a zombie standing right there. And if we hit them with our sword, they are gone right away, which is exactly what we wanted. This side is now fully functional. But there is one more big thing that you should probably do. Baby zombies are a thing, and baby zombies are 1 block tall. So to stop baby zombies from getting everywhere, slabs right there, and boom, you are now fully, officially good. We'll go ahead and remove that torch now, put them over here, and we'll make this look better. Maybe in the next episode, not today, because we have a whole nother one to set up now. So now, I basically need to do the exact same process. But zombies are going to start raining down, which is amazing. Now, if they have armor, they won't be necessarily brought down to a one-hit kill because, I mean, they have armor. If they have feather falling on their boots, they're going to just take less damage inherently, and there's no really good way to get around it. And oh my gosh, this is a chicken jockey. I'm going to let you out just once. Just once. That is hilarious. That is like crazy rare, too. Oh my gosh. Little buddy, I'm sorry, chicken. I'm sorry. I really didn't want you. We'll get rid of the zombie, and you're here now. This is amazing. I don't know what I could do with you, though. You are free. You know what? No, we're gonna trap you back here. You're gonna live back there for now. That's awesome. Maybe we could do something with that chicken. I have no clue, but I think it's time for me to go ahead and make more signs and get elevator number 2 in. This time, well, actually the same thing, 46, but we're going from a lot lower of a space, so the elevator will be a whole lot larger. So So this elevator is going all the way from 9 up to 46. That is going to be a very, very long elevator. This will take some time, but it's okay. It'll be definitely worth it in the end. So, actually, a little bit of a yikes moment here. So, our elevator, you see that? That is a little bit of a problem. It's in our room. So, I think what I'm going to have to do actually here is reconsider things. I think what I could do is actually put the elevator back on this side and do the whole moving over thing to get the zombies to fall here. Not that big of a deal, but yeah, that's kind of a problem. Should be fine. Should hopefully be fine. So new elevator needs to be back here in the wall, actually. Another small problem. It's a big problem, actually. A huge problem. So I was going all the way up, and, you know, I think I was in, well, I don't know. I was probably in the 30s because the elevator got all the way up, and then all of a sudden I heard a lot of zombies, and water spilled down, and basically this elevator went right up into the other zombie room. Big problem. So we're gonna have to make some heavy modifications to this lower room right here. I need this stream to basically be like 5 more blocks that way. Not that big of a deal, easy fix, but yeah, big change here. So what I'm gonna have to do here is basically this spot right here, the 8th block, is gonna have to drop down 1 more block. So then the water that we put at the back of this room over here will go down to the front and then drop down and move over that way. So then I need to go like I said, like 5 more blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can drop down on the 5th one. That should be good. Then I can go ahead and move the elevator all the way over and do the same thing. I'm probably just gonna make the elevator right here, but 5 blocks over that way just to be safe, because we're gonna actually end up having to expand the lower room and make it a little bit bigger. Now in here, we don't need the ceiling to go all the way up. We just need to clear a tiny bit of space. So something just like this should be fine. Zombies don't climb, so I don't have to worry about it. I just basically need to move the outside wall a few more blocks. Not the end of the world, but a major change that I wanted to talk about before I went ahead and just did it all. So, now hopefully that is all of the problems that I could encounter. This should be good to just be finished up now, but if there's anything else, I'll jump back in here. All right, elites, we are in a good position, a very good position. The build is now just about done. We need to put the final touches on this room right here. So we'll grab the water from there. We go ahead and get rid of that now. This is all good. This fully functions, which is amazing, and the dropper is in as well. So I think we should probably block off, well, you know what, no, we could just go ahead and start punching these torches out. We don't need any of these anymore, which is amazing. Or wait, oh no, I messed up. I made a big mistake. We need to put the water in first. We shouldn't like get rid of the torches until, oh, that's my bad. I was a little too excited to finish the project. There we go. We get the water, and now we can finish removing the torches. That torch can go, this torch can go, and I think we should be good. Those water sources, yeah, those form. That's good. Oh no, one more thing. Totally forgot here that because we have adjusted dimensions on this room, we need signs on the front. Otherwise, the water is going to spill down into that front little column down there like it is right now. So, you gotta go away, sir. And then the signs need to go in right there. That's not a big problem at all. Glad I realized that. Excuse me, dude. Cool armor, though. Nice, but I will see you later. There's an S on that sign forever now. But now we can actually go ahead and knock all of the torches out of this room and close it off. The water sources, those connect. Yep, that's all good. The water is good there. Cool. Okay, so this build is, or it has been already, like, amazing. I've stopped a couple times during the building process here to basically empty it out, and the zombie amounts are crazy. Now that we have 2, that's going to get, like, insane. Literally insane. Oh, that's going to be a problem, too. Lots of mistakes today. But anyways, when we stand over here, the rates of this thing are going to get insane because both of these will be filling up. Then whenever we need to like mend our tools up or do whatever we're going to do with this thing, we can easily walk right over to it, take all of the zombies out in one, take all of the other zombies out, and get a bunch of experience. Basically, elites, because we have a double zombie farm now, it is going to be double the everything other than the time. The time will be cut in half. Half the time to wait for this thing to fill up, but double the loot, double the experience, and double the happiness for sure. Unless you're a zombie, then you're not very happy. But the build is now fully in. Now, one other thing that I wanted to show you guys, this right here, that's the bubble column elevator thing for the lower zombie farm. So yeah, that's right there. We're going to have to incorporate that into the build somehow, but that won't really be a problem. We'll easily be able to figure something out in the next episode. That's right. This is where we end for today, elites. So that is how you build a double zombie spawner farm. Now the steps are going to be pretty much the same for a skeleton spawner if you have that, other than the slabs at the end. There is no such thing as a baby skeleton, so the slabs over down there, you can actually just skip those entirely. But until next time, stay cool, elites. Today, I'd like to send a big thank you to my patron, Neve. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.